Let's talk about digital security. I know, it can feel like this big, complicated technical thing, but what if we thought about it differently? Not as a chore, but as an essential skill for modern life. Just like locking your front door when you leave the house.
So let me just ask you this, straight up. How secure is your digital life, really? Just take a second and think about it. Your bank, your private messages, your photos, pretty much your entire life is online. Are you doing enough to protect it?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to cut through all the noise and the jargon, and I'm going to give you the most powerful, high-impact things you can do to lock it all down. Let's dive in.
First things first, we're going to start with what I call the big three. Honestly, if you only do these three things after listening to this, you will have made a massive improvement. This is where you get the absolute best bang for your buck, the highest return on your effort.
So what are they? Number 1, enable multi-factor authentication, or MFA. Number 2, turn on automatic updates for everything. And number 3, get yourself a password manager. Seriously, these three are the absolute bedrock of your personal security.
Okay, so what in the world is MFA? The easiest way to think about it is like a second key to your digital front door. So even if a hacker steals your password, they still can't get in because they don't have that second piece, that little code that pops up on your phone. This is non-negotiable for your email and your banking. Absolutely non-negotiable.
But, and this is a big but, not all MFA is created equal. When you get that code as a text message? That's good, but it's not great. It's vulnerable to something called a SIM swap attack, where a criminal basically tricks your cell phone company into stealing your phone number. All of a sudden, they're getting your security codes. The much, much safer way is to use an authenticator app, like Google Authenticator. The code is generated right there on your device, which means it can't be intercepted.
All right, number 2, automatic updates. We all get those annoying pop-ups, right? But here's the thing. Updates aren't just about new emojis. Their most important job is to patch security holes you didn't even know you had. Hackers are out there actively looking for these vulnerabilities, and updates are what shut them down. So turning on auto updates is basically like having a security guard patrolling your devices 24/7.
And number 3 of the big three, a password manager. Let's be real, you can't possibly create and remember a unique, super strong password for every single website you use. Nobody can. That's where a password manager like Bitwarden or 1Password comes in. It's a total game changer. It creates and remembers insane passwords for you. All you have to do is remember one single, strong master password to unlock your vault.
Okay, you did the big three. Awesome. Your online accounts are now way, way more secure. So let's take the next step and lock down the actual devices you use to access them, your computer and your phone.
So imagine the nightmare scenario, right? You're at a coffee shop. You look away for just a second and bam, your laptop is gone. What happens to all your stuff on there? Your documents, your photos, everything. This is exactly why disk encryption exists. It's a feature that's already built into your computer. It's called BitLocker on Windows and FileVault on Macs. Just turn it on. It scrambles everything on your hard drive. So without your password, that stolen laptop is just a useless brick of metal. Your data is safe.
Here are a couple more quick wins for your computer. First, just double-check that your firewall is on. It probably is, but it's good to be sure. Second, for your day-to-day stuff, use a standard user account, not an admin one. This really limits how much malware can do. And finally, think about using a secure DNS service. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It basically acts like a bouncer for your internet, automatically blocking you from going to known bad websites.
Okay, let's switch over to your phone. For this, I want you to remember just one number, one single number that can make a huge difference in your phone's security.
That number is 6. Your phone's PIN needs to be 6 digits long, not 4. The difference is staggering. A 4-digit PIN? That's 10,000 combinations. A 6-digit PIN? That's 1 million combinations. It's literally 100 times harder to guess. So go change it right now. And here are a few more simple habits for your phone. Make sure Find My Device is turned on. That way, if it's lost or stolen, you can wipe all your data from it remotely. Only download apps from the official app stores, please. And every once in a while, take a look at which apps have permission to use your camera or microphone. Oh, and here's an easy one. Restarting your phone once a week can actually clear out some types of malware.
So, we've covered your accounts, we've covered your devices, but there's one last layer of security, and it's probably the most important one of all. It's you. All the tech in the world can't help if you're not paying attention. Your habits, your awareness, you are the human firewall.
So here's a little mental trick I want you to try. Before you click on any link in an email or a text, just stop. Pause. Count to 3. In those 3 seconds, actually look at who sent it. Does the email address look legit? Are there weird spelling mistakes? That little pause is your best defense against those sneaky phishing attacks.
Okay, picture this. You're at the airport, your phone is on 1%, and you see that beautiful public USB charging port. It looks like a lifesaver, right? Well, maybe not. It's because of a threat called juice jacking. Yeah, it's a real thing. Criminals can rig those public USB ports to secretly install malware on your phone or suck data right off of it while it's charging. That USB cable carries power, sure, but it also carries data.
So what's the fix? It's so simple. Just don't use the USB port. Ever. Always carry your own little power brick and plug that directly into the wall outlet. Problem solved. Threat eliminated.
Whew, okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's bring it all home and wrap this up with a super clear, simple checklist. This is your action plan, your to-do list for a way more secure digital life.
Here are the top 5 things to do. 1. Enable MFA on your important accounts. 2. Turn on disk encryption on your computer. 3. Set your software to auto-update. 4. Start using that password manager. And 5. Make sure Find My Device is on so you can wipe your phone if you have to.
You know, if you do all these things, it's like putting strong, brand new locks on all your digital doors and windows. You'll be in great shape. But it does leave us with one last question to think about. Now that you've locked all the doors, who have you already given a key to? And that, my friends, is where security ends and the world of privacy begins.